Good morning, children. Today we'll study about transportation and warehousing. So, transportation comprises freight services together with supporting and auxiliary services by all the modes of transportation. So, transportation, all of us know, it is basically a freight service together with supporting and auxiliary services, and there are various modes of transportation: railway, roadway, airways, and seaways are the most important, where the goods are moved nationally and also the internationally. Even the passengers are also moved nationally and through the internationally. So transportation is basically the movement of people, animals, and goods from one location to the others. The movement can be within the country or outside the country. In context of business transactions, transportation removes the hindrance of place. So transportation basically removes the hindrance of place, that is, it makes good available to the customers by transferring it from one place of production to the place of consumption. So transportation basically moves the good from the place of production to the place of consumption. Thus, it is necessary to develop our transportation system in order to keep pace with the requirement of our economy. That is why the government is developing the infrastructure of the company, where national highways are built throughout the country for the free movement of the goods and the people across the India. Then government is also developing our infrastructure through the railways. The Ministry of Railway have also done massive innovations in their movement and monitoring goods trains to facilitate the need of business community. Even the railway is, many innovative ideas are done, many things are done by the government for the movement of goods through the train from one place of the country to the other place of the country. Lots of airport and seaports are constructed throughout the country for the infrastructural development of the country. Now the last topic is warehousing. A warehouse was initially viewed as a static unit for keeping and storing goods in a scientific and systematic manner so as to maintain their original quality, value, and usefulness. So warehousing is basically keeping the good or storing the good in a scientific and systematic manner. Why? So that the goods can maintain their original quality, their values, and also their usefulness. That is why the government are building various places. They are building godowns and other buildings, commercial buildings for the storage of goods. These commercial buildings for the storage of goods are used by the manufacturers, importers, exporters, wholesalers to store their goods until they are sold. Warehousing helps the businessman to keep their stock in safe during the dull season. That is when the season is not there. At that time, the goods are kept in safe custody in these warehouses. In this way, a warehouse has created time utility. Transportation creates a place utility, while the warehouse creates a time utility, where the goods are kept or stored for a long period of time so that they can maintain their original quality, values, and usefulness. Warehouses are of basically three types: private warehouses, public warehouses, bonded warehouses, government warehouses, and cooperative warehouses. So we can see there are basically 5 types of warehouses. Again I am repeating. First is public warehouse. They are owned by the manufacturers to store the goods manufactured by the unit till they are sold out. So private warehouse are basically maintained by the manufacturer till their goods are not sold into the market. The second is public warehouse. They are licensed by the government and are subject to the government regulations in respect of methods of operations. So these are basically licensed by the government and are subject to government regulations. Anybody can keep his goods in the public warehouse by paying necessary charges. So any person can keep in the government warehouse or in the public warehouse by paying unnecessary charges. Third is the bonded warehouse. They are licensed to accept imported goods for storage before payment of customs duty. So these are basically licensed to accept imported goods. So only imported goods are kept here before payment of custom duty. So before paying the custom duty, the goods are kept in the bonded warehouse. These goods are imported from other countries and importers are not permitted to remove the goods from dock or airport without paying the custom duty. So these are basically made in the seaport areas, and the goods which are imported from the other countries are kept here, and these goods are not removed until the custom duties is paid by the company or by any individual. Now the fourth one is the government warehouse. They are fully owned and licensed and managed by the government. So the government warehouse are owned, licensed and managed by the government totally. The government manages them through organizations set up in the public sector. So the government manages them. A very good example is the FCI, Food Corporation of India, then STC, State Trading Corporation, then Central Warehousing Corporation, CWC. All these are the examples of government warehouses where the goods are kept. And the fifth type of the warehouse is the cooperative warehouse. These are created by the members of cooperative society. So cooperative society create these cooperative warehouses to facilitate the interest of certain marketing cooperative society or agricultural cooperative society. So the interest of certain marketing cooperative society or the agricultural cooperative society are fulfilled here. So cooperative warehouses are basically opened by the cooperative societies and run by the cooperative societies. With this we have completed the chapter. Thank you.